All right, I'm back in the closet. It just feels right here. All right, let's talk about our sensitive kids, especially when they're disappointed. Like, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but when plans change, a friend couldn't come over, or they didn't win, or something was sold out, it didn't go how they imagined it was, right? And then suddenly they're in tears, it's shut down anger, and it's not fair rattles through your house. At least it does with mine. If we take a zoom out, I'm not watching a reality TV drama show, right? What you're really watching is the nervous system collide with broken expectations. It isn't just sadness, it's a prediction error. The brain expected one outcome, and unfortunately, reality delivered another one. This mismatch actually activates immense amount of stress in our learners. And some kids have nervous systems that just generally activate faster, encode emotions far more strongly, and recover a lot slower. And that combination makes disappointment just hit so much harder. And let's quickly maybe tease this out, right? So emotional encoding, what does that truly mean? It means that your learner doesn't just remember what happened, they are storing in their body what happened. They are storing the embarrassment, the sting, the feeling in the chest, the moment that everyone is looking at them, and that exact tone that they're hearing. The brain tags that event as important. It's a core memory. So the next time that your learner experiences disappointment, it's not just neutral, it's layered on top of all of these other disappointments. It's kind of like a snowball rolling down a hill, and it's just gaining momentum for their learner. Now let's talk about like the slower psychological recovery. What does that mean? Once their body is upset, it stays upset, and it's activated so much longer. Their heart rate is elevated, the stress hormones linger, and their thinking generally kind of remains narrowed. So that may look like, what are you still upset about? Or oftentimes their body just hasn't reset. This is where the patterns start to quietly form, because remember, our brain thinks in patterns, right? If every spike of disappointment reliably leads to immediate fixing, outcome reversal, overcorrection, or some form of long emotional rescuing or removing of the source of discomfort, the brain is going to learn big stress changes my environment. Now, it's not because they're trying to be manipulative, but it's because that brain is tracking that pattern. If the intensity shifts the outcome, ultimately that intensity is going to strengthen, and it's going to occur more often. And with your learners that have strong encoding, that lesson really sticks. Sensitive kids absolutely need validation. Don't get it twisted. You do want to say, like, that was really disappointing. I get why you're upset, but validation doesn't have to alter the reality. Emotions can be supportive, but the outcome can still remain steady. And when the outcome holds, your learners are going to feel when their body spikes and the wave peaks, but the wave is ultimately going to pass. And over time, the brain is going to update that pattern to, I didn't get what I wanted, or that sucked, but I survived. And that, my friends, is where the resilience is truly going to start forming.